We're often asked, how do we get involved in handling medical malpractice cases? Hello, I'm Renee Boston of Boston Law Group, LLC. We're Maryland medical malpractice attorneys, practicing law throughout the state of Maryland. And when I get that question of how did you guys get involved in medical malpractice cases, the first thing that kind of comes back to my mind is during my second semester of law school, I get a phone call one Friday stating that my father had passed away. Now at the time, he was a 49-year-old healthy male, still gainfully employed full-time, working for the federal government. He had military training and, pretty much was a federal law enforcement officer and active on his job. And I was told that he went in for a routine procedure, but for some reason there were complications during that procedure and he never made it home. It was kind of hard for us to deal with, but with the emotions of the situation itself, things started happening. We had the funeral, we had to, help take care of my mother's stuff, the house, and all this other issues that we kind of never really got to the crux, or we never had the question answered as to what actually happened to my father. Why did he die at the hospital that day? And so when we get phone calls now from individuals who are in similar situations where, seemingly healthy wives, mothers, husbands, fathers, nieces, nephews, cousins, children walk into the hospital under their own accord, but don't walk out. And they want to know, what can I do? What happened? And what the biggest thing I want to suggest to, you guys out there who are watching this video is something that we didn't get a chance to do in our situation. And I would suggest to anybody, number one, request an autopsy. Sometimes the hospital will do them, sometimes they won't. You have to request it, and if for some reason they don't do them, you can also request a private autopsy from a private pathologist. I'm sure you can find these people on the internet, but if you can't, you also can check with, because sometimes morticians and funeral home directors may know someone who is a private pathologist, and you can have, consult he or she about getting a private autopsy done. But a private autopsy or an autopsy period can help, give you guys some understanding as to what happened, because like you're thinking right now, healthy people don't walk in and then not walk out. So I would suggest for anybody in this particular situation, first and foremost, get that autopsy done. Secondly, you want to request that person's medical records, because sometimes I know some individuals have things going on that family members may not know about, and there may be hidden details in the medical records that the person and maybe their medical team know about, but the family doesn't necessarily know about. And requesting the medical records can also give you guys closure as to what the underlying issues may or may not have been. Because there are issues that can stem from the surgery itself, problems with the surgeon or the procedure, and as well as problems with the with anesthesiology and things like that. So it's important that you get the medical records too. If you're watching this video and you have more questions, more concerns, and you're in a situation like how my family and I were, this is what I invite you guys to do. Pick up the phone and give us a call. We can be reached at 301-850-4832, or if you prefer, you can send us an email. We can be reached at medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. We answer questions like you guys all the time, and we'll be glad to help you out any way we can with any kind of questions or answers, or either reviewing medical records or anything like that. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.